on the ballot this year in California, and the decision by voters was decisive, despite vocal opposition from Democratic leadership here inside California's state capitol. I'm CBS News California investigative correspondent Julie Watts, and over the next half hour, we're taking a closer look at Prop 36, California's tougher on crime ballot measure. We'll look at everything from retail theft to drug treatment courts to the governor's fight to keep Prop 36 off the ballot.
And the fact that I saw a poll today and so 70% of people want to support it, I was wondering what state I was living in.
Now, voters went on to pass Prop 36 with the largest margin of any measure on the ballot, which highlighted a bit of a disconnect between the lawmakers inside this building and the people they represent. The official name for Prop 36 is the Homelessness, Drug Addiction, and Theft Reduction Act. 3 issues that supporters say are intertwined. And that's where we begin, at the intersection of addiction and homelessness, with Cesar's story.
Debate's to come to order. Department 8 is now in session.
It's graduation day in Judge Larry Brown's mental health court.
Ah, Cesar. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, Judge.
I love the smile.
And Cesar has a lot to smile about.
I was homeless. Nothing would stop me from getting high.
He attended all his treatment appointments.
I got a second chance in life.
Promise you're going to keep doing everything you've been doing?
Yes, sir, I promise.
Now that Cesar's completed his program, his convictions erased.
Case dismissed. Congratulations.
Cesar's story
I didn't know another life
is a powerful example
until I got arrested
of the potential
and I quit cold turkey.
of California's treatment courts.
I found the Lord. Now I'm sober. Now I see the life of a sober man. Now I see how a real man feels.
Now, supporters of Prop 36 point to stories like Cesar's, arguing it will help revive drug treatment courts, forcing more people like Cesar off the streets and into treatment and services. But opponents argue there simply aren't enough treatment beds or money to fund Prop 36. So instead, they argue
It's about mass incarceration. It's about bringing it back to 1980s mindset where it's possession of drugs and you end up in state prison at the cost of $100,000+ per taxpayer.
Now, to understand the debate, you have to go back 10 years to when voters passed a different ballot measure, Prop 47. It made hard drug possession and low-level theft a misdemeanor instead of a felony. And it did help to significantly reduce California's prison population. But court data shows it also had some unintended consequences.
It eviscerated drug court participation.
We saw homelessness skyrocket and overdose deaths have gone up over 200%.
San Jose Mayor Matt Mahan and Sacramento County DA Tin Ho were among several high-profile elected Democrats who went against Newsom and Democratic leaders to support the new treatment-mandated felonies for hard drug possession under Prop 36. They say when California slashed sentences for drug possession, it also slashed the incentive for people to choose court-supervised treatment instead of jail time.
And when you're caught in the throes of addiction to substances like fentanyl and meth, that is an easier path.
There was no longer accountability. If you get arrested, cited and released for possession of drugs, it's a misdemeanor. And when the judge tells you, oh, these are misdemeanor cases, you can do 2 or 3 days in jail, or you can go through a treatment program that's going to be a year long. What are you going to take?
While there's no reliable statewide drug court data, CBS News California analyzed county data from across the state, and we found a consistent drop in drug court participation after California reduced sentencing. For instance, Sacramento County saw an 80% drop in drug court participation, and it dropped so low in Santa Clara County, they stopped tracking and merged drug court with mental health court.
The goal is not to send people to jail, but some people need to be taken out of an environment that they're trapped in.
Under Prop 36, the first 2 convictions for drug possession are still misdemeanors, but the third is now a treatment-mandated felony, meaning if someone completes treatment, the charge is dismissed. On the 4th conviction, a judge could issue a maximum 3-year sentence, but only if someone is not eligible for treatment.
It's pragmatic. It focuses on repeat offenders.
It's about mass treatment, not mass incarceration.
Research cited by the California court system suggests drug courts do lead to fewer rearrests and lower costs.
I would ask those that support it, particularly mayors, where are the treatment slots? Where are the beds?
Now, opponents like the governor say there simply aren't enough treatment beds.
Saying you can do treatment as your punishment and treatment actually being available for that are 2 very different things.
Christine Soto de Berry, a former San Francisco prosecutor, helped draft the opposition to Prop 36.
And no county in the state has enough treatment to deal with the people that are struggling with addiction issues. None, not one.
Even supporters of Prop 36 acknowledge there is a treatment shortage. They hope the initiative will force the state to prioritize increasing treatment options. Opponents worry instead Prop 36 will fill up jails.
It's about mass incarceration.
For context, at California's peak, there were over 170,000 people in state prisons. There are currently around 90,000. Under Prop 36, the nonpartisan Legislative Analyst's Office estimates the prison population could increase by around a few thousand people, from both the retail theft and drug components combined. Cesar was arrested in Sacramento County, where he received both drug and mental health treatment.
And I thank God that he locked me up because I'm sober now.
Congratulations, Cesar.
Thank you.
While in treatment, his caseworker helped him find housing and work.
Being arrested saved my life.
But for now, his story is just one anecdote with great potential.
I mean, when you see tents like this,
It brings me back. It brings me back, but it's not going to stop me from continuing my new life because nothing can stop me no more.
Now, drug courts are one component of Prop 36. Retail theft is another. Supporters say the two issues are related, but the governor and other critics disagree.
That initiative has nothing to do with retail theft. This has everything to do with retail theft.
The governor's office declined our multiple interview requests, but he and Democratic leadership did recently pass their own package of crime bills, largely focused on organized retail theft. You've likely seen the viral videos of the violent smash and grabs, but this is already a felony in California, and it accounts for just a fraction of California's retail crime. In fact, a CBS News California data analysis reveals statewide shoplifting in California is at its highest levels since the 90s. Earlier this year, the governor got a first-hand glimpse of that retail theft reality while shopping at a Target.
As we're checking out, the woman says, "Oh, he's just walking out. He's going to pay for that." I said, "Well, why are you stopping him?" She goes, "Oh, the governor." I swear to God, true story. And my mom's great. The governor lowered the threshold. There's no accountability. I said, "That's just not true."
The governor didn't realize reporters had already joined this Zoom press conference when he started describing how a clerk at a local Target recently blamed him for the rash of retail theft. She obviously didn't realize who she was talking to. Now, she was referring to Prop 47, which reduced penalties for low-level theft. But to be fair, it was voters who passed Prop 47 10 years ago, not the governor, though he did support it.
How are you blaming the governor?
The reality is, following Prop 47, property crime in California surpassed the national average for the first time, and it stayed there ever since. But the spike in shoplifting in California, that came after the pandemic, coinciding with the fentanyl epidemic and peak homelessness in California, both catalysts for Prop 36.
So there's an intersection there, according to the data.
I think it cuts to the core of the cycle of serious addiction, retail theft, and unsheltered homelessness. And
San Jose Mayor Matt Mahan and Sacramento DA Tin Ho took us to what they describe as a microcosm of the bigger problem. Across the street from a Target shopping center where shelves are lined with locked cabinets, tents line the Guadalupe River in downtown San Jose. That's where we met Richard.
Some people that have a drug problem, they chose to go steal something.
He acknowledges some of his unhoused neighbors do steal from nearby stores, and he says repeat misdemeanor tickets are not a deterrent, whether they're for shoplifting, drug use, or unauthorized camping.
I'm gonna keep getting tickets and keep getting tickets and keep getting tickets out here.
In California, officers generally can't make an arrest for a misdemeanor theft, even for repeat offenders.
Misdemeanor petty theft is a cite and release offense. And so we have in Sacramento over 30,000 bench warrants for people that never even show up. And so Proposition 36 make those crimes a felony and allow us the opportunity to actually hold people accountable.
we had individuals in our city who were arrested or cited over 15, 20, 25 times.
And the data show repeat offenders are responsible for a lot of theft.
They know if the police even come that they're just taken off the property, in which they turn right back around and come back.
This grocery store worker is just one of many on the front lines of what has become a constant and well-publicized retail theft battle.
It's only getting worse.
We agreed to conceal her identity to protect her job.
We're just broken.
She felt compelled to speak out on behalf of her coworkers.
We are afraid to come to work every day.
Showing us videos of repeated thefts in her store.
And it's not just homeless. It is people coming in Teslas, walking out with cartfuls of groceries. Everybody knows we can't touch them.
Under Prop 36, after 2 misdemeanor theft convictions, a person can be arrested for petty theft and held until they see a judge. Then the court can aggregate or add up the value of multiple thefts to get to the felony threshold. But a judge can also offer treatment instead of jail to those struggling with drugs or mental health.
We are desperate.
She hopes stiffer penalties under Prop 36 will incentivize officers to make more arrests and deter more would-be thieves. And while it may not put an end to all retail theft,
we have got to do something.